It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Kickoff for New Orleans.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 24, check 24. Play 56, Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 56.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go, D. Hey, just 18. It's just me and you. Check. Crunch. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Come.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Check 31.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yard. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Drop deep, drop deep. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Jim. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shit. Check 13.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Give me that ball, defense. Switch. Kill. Check it back.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Alert. Mark 56. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 3.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 56. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming for you.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete. Janoris.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
O'Donnell on to punt for the Bears.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Hill going to keep it on the option. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and win. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Foles on the give to Montgomery. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 4.
A first throw for the backup Foles. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Hill going to try and run with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And goal.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and run the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints add on to their lead.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Wants the twist. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go. Watch the edge. Check 37, check 37.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
At the 42.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down.
Option play, and Hill will keep it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Hill flushed out right. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Fourth down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it.
They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears will get the football back.
Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
QB's trash. Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Foles. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
I'm going back to you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Play action. It's Hill. On the move to his left. And brought in by the tight end Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hill going to keep it on the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
He's going to keep this again.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
4 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first.
Run it right down their throat.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check 56. switch it. White 56.
Now Foles. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Demario Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Another try after the first down sack. Foles. And the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56. Hey, silver. Check the hat read.
Foles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Ready? Come on, lady.
Here's Breeze. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit. And time fading. Under pressure, they got him again. Demario Davis in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check 56. I'm coming for you. Mike 56. Mike 56. What? Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And Demario Davis in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guy.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's not going to get me. Must 54.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Yeah, go. Let's go. Check 9. Kill.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze is looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's 3rd down.
56, the mark, boys.
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hill going to try and run with it.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.